points into your camera. Wait, I can go over here.
Great. All right.
Good?
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So who am I? I'm Cody Gordon. I'm a college student here at College of Western Idaho. Doesn't mean much, but I'm a mechanical engineer. Going to BSU next year. And outside of here, I'm actually an engineer for a local company here, Western States Automation. We design valves for infrastructures, wastewater treatment plants, so on and so forth. Overall, very, very successful company. But in my free time, back in high school, I participated in a sport called MMA. Does anyone know what MMA stands for? There you go. Okay, so mixed martial arts is a form of fighting. It takes all of the martial arts and mixes them together. It makes it very, very active and persuasive, right? So as we can see here, that's not going to turn on instantaneously. But so why would anybody want to do this? I mean, if you were to watch any of the videos, you will see, I mean, it looks like they're getting the crap beat out of them. I mean, who agrees? I mean, it looks dangerous and bad. But if you look at the actual death rate in boxing, we had 51 deaths in 2012. 51 people died from actual boxing-related injuries. And if you look at MMA, the injuries are more 3 in the last 17 years. So the risks of injury are still there, but the risk of you actually dying from something like this is not that big of a deal. So there are 3 primary disciplines. Muay Thai, which is these guys up here in the corner, and the ones in the middle. This is your primary striking. This is hand-to-hand combat fighting, straight up and down. This is your main backbone as far as your technique, as far as forming any contact. So this is all up and down. Your next one is called Judo. Judo is actually a Brazilian as well. And it's this group up here this guy down here in the corner here. And it's your primary art of throwing. If you watch these guys down here, it's the primary reason to get someone on the ground. So the reason MMA is not as dangerous is because 75% of all the fights end in submission, which means you don't knock the person out. In boxing, what do? You're just standing there getting hit until the person falls over. So it's dangerous. It's more impact on your body, and it's hard. So Judo actually gets you on the ground. From there, you go into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is the submission up here, and this guy right here. This is anybody would have looked at this and see this is actually wrestling. This is grounded submission. And then you got your more flashy fighting. This is a 360 kick. This is a finishing move for most fighters. It's very hard to pull off, and you end up getting knocked down pretty quickly if you don't do it right. But it all involves spinning and then the kick. So it's the force of it coming around and the kick actually making contact that just knocks the person out. So that's what physically makes it dangerous. So why would you want to do this? Well, for one, it gets you fit. I mean, you get in shape really quickly. But as far as dangerous, why is it not dangerous? So you have 12 to 14 training, professionally, 12 to 14 training events before you have a bout. A bout is a fight. So it's 14 to 1. So the chances of you actually getting hurt because you practice are much less in this instance. So taking the amount of training, the amount of effort you actually put into it, and actually training and the fighting, that's why injuries are so less. And again, tap outs, MMA is highly rule regulated. So there's no striking to the back of the head. There's no small joint manipulation, so fingers, toes, things like that. No groin strikes, hair pulling, headbutts, that kind of stuff. Kicking the competitor when he's down. A competitor may eventually omit defeat by tapping out, tapping the mat, tapping the person twice. That will end the match. And there are weight classes. So you're not going to fight somebody who's 150 pounds higher than you, in most cases. This gentleman right here is named Hoyt Gracie. If you know the Gracies, they have their own fighting style. It's called Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. And it's quite good. He is about 5 foot tall, and the guy on the ground there is probably 6 foot and 250 pounds. So he at least has 100 pounds on him, and he's winning. So it's all up to the opponents. And if you are over the age of 40, you must actually submit to a CAT scan, complete physical. It's a very safe sport. So emotionally, why would you want to do something like this? Well, first of all, any males in the group, what is your primary instinct? Do you have a family, protection? What would you want to do? If you're in an alleyway, ganged up against the wall, fight or flight, find your way out. So knowing how to fight and fighting effectively makes you feel better inside. And also for the women, in today's day and age, women work, they do their own thing. Well, they can also defend themselves. We probably have about 14 women who actually do this in our gym. It's a very common thing, and women can do it too. And it also gets you in shape. I mean, hands down, after your first day, you will feel like crap. You will not want to get up. I missed 2 days of work my first day. And it's fun. It's entertaining. You hang out with a lot of people. They're not all fighters. They're not all professionals. We have engineers, we have programmers, we have burger flippers at McDonald's. It's fun. So everyone should give it a shot, give it a try, and have fun.
All right, so you basically used that whole theory. 6 to 43 is just as good as being 5 minutes, because 4 to 7 minutes is the target. Well, this is what you call, you leave your best draft happened at home last night, you know it, but hey, it's effective. It made it happen. A little abrupt to the conclusion. Okay, now. All of you won't have the same thing for what type of appeals the speaker made to the audience, right? Some of you will feel, yeah, that was a very emotional appeal. Some of you will say, no, that was just logic. And you're sitting just next to somebody. That happens. That's the real world. So you can just tell the speaker you only saw it as a logical thing. You only saw it as appealing to our credibility. You didn't see any emotion in it at all. Someone else saw it differently. It's still okay. That's normal that a speaker gets different feedback like that. All right, so I know I promised a break after we're done with that speaker. Any questions about that? If I were you, I would go to the Learning Lab and I would just do that, or I'd do that on your computer, or I'd just give them the input now, or use your friend's computer.
I'm not quite sure where I just submitted that critique. Does it have a thing? It doesn't
I don't think you have an option to
drop
choose
down.
which class you submitted to.
Let me see. I can do those too. Let me see that.
Yeah.
Persuasive, peer critique. Form. Drop down, hit submit. What?
Well, I didn't go to sure if I missed the drop box that says your physical class area, like all
Yeah.
Oh no. Unfortunately, when I made this several semesters ago, nothing's really changed. But that particular semester, I had an incredible drop rate, and there was actually an influenza thing. It wasn't that class was so much harder. In fact, it's harder now. And so by this time of the semester, I know everybody's names, so I didn't even worry about that. Early in the semester, I really need you to help me and tell me which section you're in on the inspiring person speech, on the informative. As we get down the semester, unfortunately, there's fewer of you, and I know who you are, and so I don't ask. If you'll just tell me who you are, I'll give you credit. No. Okay, now, I only noticed about 10 to 15, and here I think we had like 20 people give before the speech, but not everybody really got the ball rolling. So I think I only made the points possible for critiques to be 10, because I think no one did more than 14. I don't know if that's just too hard, it's demanding too much, but I don't know. But I don't know that anyone got more than 14 or 15. Anybody got more than 14? When I sent you your little attachment, it showed you got 10 usually, a lot of you. So I kind of got 6. God, people weren't paying attention. Okay, so this time I'm going to do it out of the number of speakers, and I very much think we'll probably have 20 persuasive speeches between today and next week. And so if you've only done 8, you only get an 8, and you're losing. Okay, don't let that happen. I need to give you.
Yeah, so, I mean, overall, so I saw you gritting your teeth.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my form wouldn't come up.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have a peer
I'm
critique.
I'm freaking out.
I have this infinitely more complex form so that you get much better feedback.
Okay.
And it wasn't working, and I'm going, God damn, well, at least I have the recording. Oh, in fact, I can turn this off right now.